Okay, be more city. Be more city. Be more city. Okay, be more city. Be more city. Be more city. What's up, family? I had to hurry up and rush home. I had to hurry up and rush home. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? B, you know what I'm getting ready to say? B Moore's Real Teen Talk Show. That's not what I'm meaning to say. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation show. That's the one I was trying to get out. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation. Steve Copeland from the Couch Conversation show. That's the one. That's the one I was trying to get out, family. I am over on my tick Instagram and I'm trying to do my live on my Instagram as well. I said I was going to take the time out and embed it into my restream, right? I still ain't take the time out yet. I got to get my what's that number in order for me to put my all of this stuff in here. But look, family, today um I want to talk about no more hiding. Okay? And when I say that, I'm talking more about people who's caught up in addiction, right? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Come up, come up. Didn't I say live? I can't tell. Didn't I say live? Oh, it's streaming. They doing it a little bit different now. Oh, oh, oh. I apologize, y'all. I apologize, Baltimore. But you know what? I was thinking about like no more hiding, hiding, right? I was thinking about how we don't like looking at ourselves and we run from self and we use outside resources. And when I talk about that, I'm basing it around my 12-step spiritual journey. The stuff that I used to use to not be able to look at me. And this what made me think about hiding from myself. Anytime, right, you are afraid to look at yourself, you are running, you're ducking from yourself. And y'all know every time I get on here, it's all about, like I keep saying, and I'll say it, and I'll say it, and I'll say it. My 12-step spiritual journey. And I want y'all to say the same things for yourself. My 12-step, if you haven't learned to develop a connection with yourself and a higher power, that beautiful energy inside of you, that breath of life in you, if you haven't learned to develop a connection with that, that's you, then you better get with yourself. No more hiding from myself. Since the age of 11 years old, and for TikTok's sake, I want to watch, I have to watch certain languages. At the age of 11, I never forget, I had just graduated. Now, this was from the 5th grade because it went from the 6, 7, 8 to like middle school. So I had just graduated, but that has switched over. Normally you graduate in the 6th grade, but they switched to 6, 7, 8, and I might be wrong, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? Together. That's when I went to Lamel back in the days. I remember right after I graduated, I was down my cousin in them house, and I was the grass, 11 years old. I'm only saying this, family, because God have a tendency of taking me back and say, walk back through it. Walk it. Walk it. Even though I'm sharing my story, I'm sharing a lot of other people's story. I was hiding from myself. 11 years old. Turned 13. As soon as I turned 13, I was glad to turn 13. I had a big old Tupperware cup of Thunderbird. Normally, I had my coffee earlier. That's why I ain't make no more. Before I took my walk, I had my coffee. Full of Thunderbird. I was a teenager, and I felt like I was entitled to drink the Thunderbird. I was hiding from myself. 14 years old, I remember the cocoa leaf. I asked my cousin, I said, can you shoot this? Mind you, I'm a child. 14 years old. She said, yeah. I said, hit me. And I held my arm out. The reason why I'm saying that, family, because I'm thinking about our youth. A lot of our young children are out there using chemicals, harmful chemicals, to sedate whatever they're going through. So when you see adults walking now looking like zombies, they're hiding from themselves. They don't want to face, or they can't face, whatever trauma they're running from without having something in them. That's the way they coping with life. I was there. That's why I share my 12-step journey. I was once there. 14, 15. Now, mind you, I was a sociable, a functional, to me, user. But it was getting to the point, as I was beginning to get older, my life was spiraling out of control. Because y'all know it takes more and more and more and more and more and more to sedate whatever trauma you're running away from, to duck it. For TikTok's sake, certain words we cannot say, but smacks for TikTok's sake. Sex for my restraint. I was addicted to that as well. One was too many and 1,000 wasn't never enough. See, I can talk about my story today. I don't have to be ashamed to talk about nothing. When I read through the Bible where God said, I knew you before the foundation of this world, Steve Copeland. I knew you before I put you in your mother's womb, Steve Copeland. I knew you before I put your mother and your father together to create you, my son. I put everything in you, Deacon Steve Copeland, Minister Steve Copeland, community activist Steve Copeland, human rights advocate Steve Copeland, strengthen the community Steve Copeland, the Be More Real Team Talk Show Steve Copeland. I put everything in you that I called you to go back out and do. Ain't no man do this. Ain't no woman do this. It was God creation, the Holy Spirit that lives within me. My 12-step spiritual journey, because I had to stop running. I had to stop hiding. It got to a point where I had to start looking at me. But God put some people in my life to help me look back at me, because I didn't realize my mother did a great job with the information that she had. But I was the one that strayed away. I'm the one that ran from self. To me, Barbara Jean did a great job, taught me very well. But when I got to that point that I could make my own decisions, I'm the one that made the decision, not Barbara Jean Copeland. I'm the one took the Thunderbird. I'm the one that started doing this. I'm the one that started, the other. See, I got watching for TikTok. I got watching for TikTok. I got watching the inconvenience stuff for TikTok. See, I'm the one that made the decision. But I couldn't understand at the time why. So I understand right now, if you caught up with the disease of addiction, whether it's food, whether it's smacks, whether it's lying, whether it's manipulating, whether it's cheating, whether it's whatever, and it's taking control of your life. That's all. That's the part I'm really trying to get to. Your life is spiraling out of control. Your feelings, your emotions, your finances, your family life is spiraling out of control because of your unhealthy decisions. I was once there. That's why God called me to come back and share my story. That's the reason I started the Couch Conversation some years ago, family. To get that voice out there. I know a lot of people say stuff like, oh, I ain't gonna tell nobody my business. I ain't gonna do this and that. That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to. But for some of us who have went through the mud, who God have took through trials and tribulations, to help you understand that I'm going to use you, Mr. Copeland, to encourage, to empower, to motivate my people. The ones that feel like they can't get no way in life, Mr. Copeland. No matter what y'all call Mr. Copeland, the big mouth boy black dude, Baltimore City. I didn't know until Lady J told me some years ago. She said, you know, you considered as the most hated man in Baltimore City. I said, what? Because of my mouth. Where you at, Steve? I ain't been seeing you over here for a while, kidney nurse. Matter of fact, I haven't seen you going live for a while, Steve. Steve invited me on his show one day. And Steve introduced me as the most controversial man in Baltimore City. And I thought about Maxwell Smart. I was like, and loving it. Even though a lot of people looked at my behavior as being disrespectful. Now I'm sitting up here. We fighting for your civil rights. We fighting for your equal rights. We're fighting for your constitutional rights. I wasn't trying to attack the people in general. It was the politicians. I'm a member of Communities United. Look up this organization, the Center for Popular Democracy. It's an organization that fights for your civil rights, equal rights, and constitutional rights, and not just black people. Not just black people. They fight for all ethnics. Even if you're illegal and you trying to come into the country, they'll fight for your right to be here to become legal. See, they don't tell y'all a lot of this stuff. Not just Community United, the ACLU, American Civil Liberty Union. I'm a part of them now. Lady J does a lot of the Innocent Project work. Janet Graham, No Struggles, No Success. She works with returning citizens, not just the men, teenagers too. It wasn't no Penn North indicted. It wasn't Penn North, Tashawn, itself. It was like 8 people that they indicted because of what happened down there. Yeah, I had looked it up. It wasn't Penn North as a whole, because you can't indict. You can't do it. But when I read it up, it talked about 8 people because of the stuff that was put out down there. 8 people was arrested for, because I said they know where it came from. They know who put that stuff out like that, Tashawn. But yeah, I had searched it up on fact checkers, and it was saying about 8 people had got indicted. So that's probably why you kind of looked at it as North Avenue as a whole, Penn North. Because if there's too many people down there, because I was looking at some of the stuff Tashawn they was doing over there, right? I was looking at how they were showing their butts over there. I was like, wow. No, I was trying to see if I could bring you up, Tashawn. Yeah, I had read up on it, and it ain't say for years. It did not say Penn North itself as a whole. It said 8 people was indicted that contributed to what happened in July. Penn North is not. If it's empty, that's good. That's good. That's good. If it's empty, that's good. But you know what? You done threw me off, Tashawn, when I was sitting up here talking about hiding. But Tashawn, since you over here now, do you know right there at Penn North, right on the side where, let me get his name in mind, the Bells bondsman, Tokes, Bells bondsman, right there, all of that right there. It's a company, it's a developer that brought that. They're going to redo that. And the reason why I'm saying that, I was down there that day all of them came out, right? And I asked them what was they going to do about the stuff that's going on around there. They said, we got that. Because now they talking about redeveloping right there. But look at all this stuff going on across the street, Tashawn, like you saying. So now, if they cleared it up, that's been in the makings, okay? But guess what? You know, the police be sitting right there where the library is at, right in that little lot, looking at them, long as they stay on that strip. From Cumberland to North Avenue, then you got North Avenue to Carey Street. They got them monitored. You didn't know that? They got them monitored. And you got to understand this too. I know sometimes we'll get other people information about stuff, Tashawn. We'll get other people information. But what I do now, We Are Us don't have it. No. We Are Us don't have it. We Ours Us. No. The only thing We Ours Us do is go into certain communities and try to encourage the young men, or try to encourage, yeah, it's mainly the men, right? Our young men. Now, they help them get jobs and they mentor them as well. One of my church members, Rodell Hall, with the loud voice, the heavy voice, he be announcing a lot. I grew up with Andre Bundy. So they will come into the community and they will come in and they will encourage, empower people, like the ones that's on the corner. If they want to get a job or go back to school, they got programs for them. I used to walk with them. The goal is to start walking with them again once in a while, because they do their own thing and I do mine. But they already know who I am. We Ours Us. I'm trying to think of that other organization, Tashawn. I'm trying to stop. I don't know why when you keep sending me something that's kind of like covering it. Safe Streets as well. But you got to understand the difference with like Safe Streets. Even though all of them, Tashawn, all of them are basically, I'm gonna say, recovering from something. You get me? A particular lifestyle. They don't live it no more. So now I think We Ours Us is a little bit more stricter with who they work with, because the goal is you putting your life in order. And that's supposed to be the same things with Safe Streets. But the reason why Safe Streets was created, Tashawn, because of the gun, pew pew for TikTok's sakes, okay? Because of the gun violence, to reduce it. But the biggest thing with that, once again, as a recovering addict, I had to change my old ways of thinking and doing things. When I first got clean, Tashawn, be honest with you, I thought about still hustling and doing that type of stuff, but going to meetings, going to church, talking all that Gucci stuff, but living the opposite too. I kept those thoughts for a while. So I began to talk about them. Once I started talking about them, little by little, they eased away because they wasn't as strong. That obsession, that thought. Because my goal was to hustle and still be clean and, like the big dogs. God simply told me, family, said, if you go back to hurting my people, I'm going to hurt you. I heard a brother share one time, Tashawn, and I know this brother, right? How a car hit him and knocked him a block away, he said. And God told me, said, if you go back to doing what you used to do, I'm going to let something happen to you. I was like, Tashawn. I was like, I'm telling you. I'm talking about this was like, what, over 31 years ago, Tashawn. When I first got clean, it was because I had to get rid of the old way of thinking. That's why when people sign up for the housing program, right, they have to sign up for the mental health program because you got to change this. You got to change this. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, I don't think nothing like I used to. Or let me just say this. Them old ways of being deceitful and dishonest and all of that, it just don't feel right no more. It don't feel right. That's why y'all hear me say my 12-step spiritual program. Because number one, I gained the conscience out of it. If you want to take it like that. I gained a conscience. I gained a personal relationship with Stephen Copeland. I had to go inside of myself and learn to love me. And this is how I teach other people. If you got somebody that's struggling with alcohol, smugs, and all that type of stuff, and you need a sponsor, or you need somebody to help encourage you, I'm right here, 6 o'clock, Monday through Friday. This is basically like an NA meeting to me. But rather than me putting the NA on it, I'm talking about a spiritual step program. 12 steps to getting you back to knowing you. And this is not for everybody. Everybody don't want it. Everybody don't want to get to that point in life where they don't have to use outside resources to make them feel whole. A lot of people are afraid. That's why I was thinking about that, Tashawn. I was thinking about hiding. What's up, Norman? I apologize. I see you right there, Norm. Wait a minute, Tashawn. Trying to clear this thing up so I can see your stuff. Because I have to move this thing out the way. I don't know what I did. And I'm telling y'all, y'all know I be on here. You know, I was over Morgan today, right? I did a couple of clips over there. So I took some pictures, right? Some people, they didn't mind. I asked them first, was it all right? You know what I mean? But look, when I told them who I was, they said, we know. Y'all heard what I said? They said, we know who you is. Only reason why I'm saying that, family, and that wasn't the first time. Quite a few people. Because, see, I know I'm seen. Yeah, bro. I know when I go live, I'm seen all over in the United States and in other countries. Already know that. My live stream to me is no different than like a Oprah Winfrey. Steve Harvey. All of the speakers, right? They started off small too. Then they got people to sponsor them and it brought it out. They brought it out in a broader range. The same way when I come on my talk show. That's why I had to explain to TikTok, this is not your regular TikTok live streaming. where a bunch of chaos and confusion, not over here. Now, if you're struggling with anything and you need to talk about it as comfortable as you can, you is welcome. You welcome to come over and relieve that stress. It all depends on where you located at. But if you in Baltimore City, I can tell you about some programs, intervention programs, recovery programs. A lady sent me a message from LinkedIn. I get a lot of messages from LinkedIn. Most of them are business people over there. Now, a lot of the stuff they do is more on the professional level, certified. So I explained to her, I said, mine is temporary housing, but I use the professionals, licensed professionals, to better serve them. So if you got your PhD in psychology, therapy, or licensed PRP, counselor, and you can build Medicaid for your services, I got your back with clients. If you can build medical assistance, because most of the people that's licensed, like PRPs, counselors, therapists, psychiatrists, they normally have their own firm. Well, I say firm, but you know, their own LLC or business, right? Where they are licensed professionals and they looking for clients. I'm the one that provide the clients. That's what I do. I deal with the homeless population. So if you are a licensed PRP, home care specialist, not just me, it's other people that I deal with that does housing as well. And they looking for licensed professionals to help our people regain a new way of life. So to go back to what you were saying to Sean, as a recovering addict, a day at a time, 33 years, I don't promote using. Okay? I'm all about recovery. Whoever come in my life, the whole goal is to help you turn your life around. But keep in mind, you have to be willing to do the work. With other partners, they can only provide the professional services that you need. And I see you right there, baby girl. And I don't want to take nothing away from what was said earlier while we was talking. I'm going to just tell you this. I need you to focus more on the housing portion of what you're doing. All of those other outside professional services, they coming. Because certain things you would definitely have to be licensed for. But if you providing housing like me and the other people that I know, you want the professionals. Like somebody who's willing to come in and teach the clients culinary classes, right? Tractor trailer school. Somebody want to get in the tractor trailer school. You want all of that. You want all of them. Master contractors who know how to certify them to be an electrician, certify them to be a plumber, certify them to be a bricklayer, certify all of that, because we can't do this by ourselves. So when we had that conversation earlier, I just wanted you to know all of that will be lined up. Just focus on that project. We'll even find somebody. We got people that say like somebody want to get into cutting grass and all that type of stuff, start a business. You have somebody with a business that's willing to work with them and train them. And a lot of these people that have programs like that get government funding. So I'm only saying that because the LaTanya D. Copeland House of Hope, we only provide temporary housing to help you get into permanent. What's up, Mike? But you the one that got to do the work to get into the permanent place. We're going to teach you how to be responsible for that landlord's property, making sure you pay your bill on time every month. They want their money every month. I shared this before and I will share it again if God laid it on my spirit. If you got evictions on your background, right? Once they do the background. Now, I am going to talk with one and ask. The only, because they can use these things and your criminal background. They can use this stuff to discriminate against you for not letting you in. Yeah, medical assistance, all that. All that, Tashawn. You already know that. Medicaid is the one that pays for any services like therapy. That's why they have to sign up. See, Miss what's your name didn't have her stuff in order. She didn't have her stuff in order. Shut up. Why you gonna sit up here and say you'll be a house manager and you considered as one of my board members? You need to stop drinking them Diet Pepsis because they messing up your thinking, Tashawn. You like a business partner to me. You don't know nothing. I'm sorry. Look, Norm, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tashawn did tell me, Norm, I'm sorry. I thought that was Tashawn saying she wanted to be a house manager. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Norm. Well, Norm. Norm. Look, let me tell you this, bro. I didn't forget you. Because I know you one of the ones that had my back. So I know. As soon as we get, Norm, I gotta do this for right now. Because I was talking to some people the other day. They down there working on 908. They down there working on 908. Shut up, Tashawn. Because I just happened to see Norm's name. Right. I'm just waiting because me and somebody had a nice talk the other day about some stuff for 908. But I'm gonna just leave that right there for right now. Because I've been looking at another spot too myself, just for the women and children. So I'm gonna leave that right there. But I just got this feeling, but I'm gonna just leave it right there. Because that's a huge building. And if you're working with just men only, that's gonna be a real slow process. And getting that building filled. I can get it filled a lot faster with women and children. You get it? You get it? I see you doing, bro. Everything happened for a reason, Norm. Happened for a reason. But it's some amazing things, bro, that's on its way. I already know it. Already know it. Already know it. Yup. Yup. So everybody, I'm looking at my team, except for I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't gonna badmouth nothing right now. No, I'm trying to watch it, no. But I know you had my back. I ain't look. I already know that, no. I know you was right there. And then we come from the same area too. Old school. But look, no. This is one of the reasons, family, why I was looking at hiding from myself. Let me look. Marlo Hargrove, right? Just did a book. Marlo Hargrove just did a book, right? This Marlo Hargrove book. Can I show it right here, TikTok? This my friend Marlo Hargrove book. This Marlo Hargrove book. I'm sorry, I'm putting it over onto my Restream TikTok. Because I don't know if I read about how y'all feel about promoting other people's stuff. I don't know. But this is new book, right? The Mind on a Mission, right? How to overcome trauma. And y'all know everything basically I talk about. It's like Marlo and I travel throughout life, the same road. Marlo, Archie, it's a lot of us. A lot of the brothers that's with We, Ours, Us that Deshaun was talking about, a lot of them, you know, oh, okay. What I tell y'all? What I tell y'all? Whew. We love TikTok, okay? They just gave me a 10-minute restriction. I knew they was gonna do it because I had held the book up before. I held some books up before, and they strict it for 10 minutes. I knew y'all was gonna do it. That means nobody else like can see me for about 10 minutes. That's all. It ain't for me to drop and come back up. I just don't want y'all to restrict the whole live. But it said 10 minutes. Now you see why I don't care to put TikTok into my Restream podcast network. It might be different over there if I bring them over here. I might look into it. Wait a minute. Let me see, can I respond to this? It's a live visibility restricted for 10 minutes.
Yo, I knew y'all was gonna do it. That's why I wasn't trying to put it in.
I seen somebody else put up books. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Don't let me get up here and talk about this black and white thing TikTok. Nah, they was black too. But they was showing books, right? Y'all ain't restrict them for 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, Mike. We work with well, I was getting ready to say we work with HUD housing too. But look, Mr. Stern, and I can say your name, Alan Stern. He's a Jewish guy. And he works with HUD housing. So, not just Section 8, Mike, low income stuff. He's familiar with other like programs that they have. So once I found out, once I found out that he got about 200 and something, say, places in it, right? I was like, oh, woo. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I do have the director number, Mike, of HUD housing. And I really need to reach out more to them, to her. If she's still the director. I have the director of homeless services number as well, Mike. Now, Norm said people, places, and things. I know, Norm. Look, now, once I talked with Mr. Stern and I realized he already with them. So it's y'all know, Norm, y'all know it's a lot of apartment complexes, right? Remember when I had the meeting at the building? A lot of people came out that manages apartment complexes and real estate investors too. But what I'm trying to get to, they wanted to work with me so that they can get the contract from HUD Housing. Did y'all know that? That's why when we had that meeting, right? And I'm still in contact with a lot of the property managers and stuff like that. Because what happens once they're under HUD, HUD will pay for the people places. You get me? Section 8, low income housing. They have Mike, they have homeless. They have a homeless voucher. My daughter was telling me about. All right. Tashawn, I'm gonna try to make my way over there with Christina. I said I'm gonna have to talk with her first. I'm gonna call her and maybe we can come back. Tashawn, maybe we can. Let me stop. Christina, my baby. But yeah, because I know Christina was just doing men and women. So if she working with family now, that's fine. She growing. Because she wasn't touching families. But anyway, the goal is, that's my baby. Christina, my baby. Oh, Norm, since you mentioned that, I have the information for the new complexes they got down there too. See, I had to get a list of like developers and stuff like that, rental agencies, because and people that's selling houses too. So y'all think I'm playing. Y'all be thinking I'm joking. Make sure ain't no bug in my stuff. No bug in my stuff. No bug in my stuff. Y'all think I'm joking. I can't put it up because of TikTok sake. But I had to write stuff down. Plus, I got a lot of stuff in my I'm talking about the connection of people to work with. Because that's what you got to do. Formulation. You have to. Why are y'all sending me notifications, child? Send me notifications that y'all gave me some more money. Okay. See, this my all my stuff, right? Personnel. I still got clients folders. I had to get out of that office. Their informations. Since I knew I wasn't gonna be back down there. Oh, I can't show y'all because I'm restricted for 10 minutes. I can't show y'all. But yeah, formulation. You got to get one, boo. You got to get one, queen. I was saying to myself today, I said, that's a powerful woman. You heard me, queen? I was, after our phone call, I said, that's a powerful goddamn on woman. Yeah, because I held up my my friend book. But the reason why it was a guy, they came over today, right? This guy did 15 books. He wrote 15 books. And one of them will tell you how you can self-publish your own stuff. I said, give me that. I said, give me that. And he was actually, cause Marlo now, he gotta start advertising his books, like getting it out on Amazon and all that type of stuff, right? So we was in here talking. Man, the guy was talking so long, I had to shut up because I'm like, yeah, that's right. Because I'm sitting there and we talking and he's showing me all the stuff, and I'm next. I'm next. Where Kofi at? Oh, Kofi just came through. You better start taking care of yourself more. Nah, I seen you say good evening, Kofi. I'm sorry. What happened? I just hit something on my They put up a new on my Restream platform. They put up a new thing up here. Studio Live, cloud recording. The stuff used to be more down at the bottom. They got it up top now, and I was thrown off. Ooh, what is that? I'm not trying to type nothing. Is that what they're trying to do? Yeah, I think it was. It thought I was gonna type something. Sean, I was getting ready to send you an invite. I was gonna see if it let you. I got to get better with this. I really got to get better. I really got to get better with this. Where I. Yeah, we have Habitat for Humanity in Baltimore as well, Mike. And thanks for saying that, Mike, because now you got me thinking about it's some women only, that's rehabbing and revitalizing houses in Baltimore City. You don't hear a lot about them. Did you know that, Deshaun? That is some women in Baltimore City that's rehabbing and revitalizing houses. They have a program. Emerson Village is growing to the shopping area, getting more stores. All right, so they redoing Emerson Village. That's good. And I'm gonna throw this name at you too, Mike. Bree Jones came from New York. I met her some years ago. She's in Baltimore City. Now, I don't know who funded her project, but altogether it's about $60 million. She's doing like low income housing. So I'm gonna share this with y'all, right? They don't like it, but gentrification, their goal is to come into the inner cities and start rebuilding with the $300,000 to $400,000 houses. All right, with the $300,000 to $400,000 houses. My goal with other people, and I am going to say your name, Plus Jones, with other people, right? We are working on housing projects for low to moderate income people. When I say that, I'm talking about people in Baltimore City that's making under $40,000 a year. That's below the poverty rate for Baltimore City. So the goal is you have houses, you got to show that you have at least 180,000. It don't take that much to fix no house. You can get a house for 5 or 10,000, put about 40 in it, and sell it back for about 200 or 100 and something. When I was looking at, and I ain't gonna say his name, this is a realtor that was selling a house on Preston Street, $325,000. I ain't paying no $325,000 for no house to be beside nobody. I'm not. We had a detached house, me, my wife, and kids, laying around it for 100 and something thousand. They're out there. So anyway, I've been looking at container houses. I've been looking at modular homes. Because there's other ways and means you can put people in stuff without it being too expensive for them. So now, I'm not going to mention, yeah, Kofi. Yeah. 325,000. This girl told me, right? This when I was with Chef and Tashawn. She said, do you know you can fix up a house just like this for about $200,000? She said it don't take, well, that's to sell it back. Let me say that. You can fix up. Now, I'm going to share this with y'all, right? I had a contract in for $5.4 million. I had this lender, which he's still right there, Tab Lending, right? They was working with me, $5.4 million, 30 units of Park Heights, $10,000 per house. That would have been $300,000 that we had to take down to the city, right? Down City Hall to pay for the houses itself. It's in a Will Hand, and I said, people like that I have to keep close to me, right? Because Will Hand at that time he had 270 something houses into the land trust. You just pay for the houses. Will said it would cost at least 40 to 60,000 to fix them back up. You could sell them for about 180. Now, mind y'all, in this proposal, the people get 40 to 50,000 back. Well, the developer for each house. Right. Stop, Mike, because I'm gonna share something about that too, Mike. Mike just said they made these little houses for veterans down on their lot. Stop, Mike, because look, Mike, you get ready to throw me off. But look, let me finish this. It was each house you had to show you had at least 180,000. But check this out. They got a grant for about 40 to 50,000. So this goes to the developer for taxes, right? Then it's another 10,000 that would have came off and went towards the closing. So now I'm gonna say it kind of quick, just catch me. The houses would have went from 180 to 130,000 now. So that's all you got to do is get a loan for 130,000. So my thing was getting their credit scores down, right? Helping to get their credit scores down. All of this is in place. That's why you have to line people up to do the necessary work. So now they would get the house at 1% or 2%, where the payments won't be no more than about 300 to 500. I was ready to go, waiting. My man was pushing the paperwork through. We got all the paperwork done. Tell her I said I love her. Tell Monique I said I love her. But look, it fell through because the guy was playing around. I don't want to put his business out there too much, but they had to work on his credit score. Right? I'm talking about my lenders. The people that was trying to get us the money. 5.4 million. But God already showed me it could be done. You got me, formulation? So you know. Right now, and I'm talking about this, I know he's lining it right back up again because he's been preparing me. But this is houses for low to moderate income people. I know businesses that redevelops. I'm talking about like real estate investors that redevelop communities. One thing I learned in this process, Norm and Mike, I can't call names. I'm not introducing nobody to nobody without us signing something, a memorandum. Well, I said I'm not going to do it again because I was introducing people to people, and sometimes people will run with your stuff. I'm talking about when it comes to the housing portion formulation, the rehabbing and revitalizing houses. I got people that's already doing it, that's connected, that's willing to work with me. It's just sometimes you need to come to the table with something yourself. Because I'm going to tell y'all, we can definitely use other people's money. That's where your investors come in at. That's where your philanthropists come in at. That's where people got money to out the yang and it's just sitting there, right? They earning a little interest on it, but like I can take that and invest it over here. That's why if I keep running off in my mouth, because I see it coming. And I'm going to tell y'all this too, Baltimore City. The reason why I had to change my attitude about the way I was coming for our politicians, because they know where the money at. They know who to guide you to. So it was like, Steve, back up. You don't have to come for them so hard no more like that. They know where the money at. Look at Dante Hickman. Get ready to build a big community center. He already got a senior citizen project. Right. And look. And look, got a few of those master contractors, Mike. So basically, I can bring them work. This is the type of stuff. When you're doing business, you have to have the proper people lined up that's basically already doing it. That's there. And a lot of y'all, and I got to go back to Baltimore City. It's a lot of businesses, nonprofits, our politicians, polices, they know where Steve Copeland heart is at when it comes to the people. I don't play, family. I don't play. That's why now I understand, Kofi, I got to watch my back. When I got arrested 3 years ago, that taught me a good lesson. I thought I had people that had my back. I was so hurt. But because I love my city, I want to see my city grow. And I prayed, I'm like, God, before I leave here, let me see some changes. I'm thinking about my grandbabies. Me and my son was talking today, right? He get ready to go get him a Tesla tomorrow. 23 years old. I'm looking at the lifestyle my children living. My 25-year-old moving in Canton. That ain't no cheap place. Mike said you can have a lot of friends, but one really good friend that stand by you no matter what. I try my best, family. It's not about being mean. It's not about being nasty. It's about being freaking real. That's why when I come on the couch conversation, keeping life real. If you are a phony, fake person, and I almost curse, stay away from me. I don't give a freak who you is. Stay away. I lived that life of being deceitful, robbing, stealing, and taking from the community. And God was the one that delivered me from that lifestyle. What do I look like going back hurting his people? In Baltimore City, that's why I do what I do. I was told to stand back. Because of what happened to me 3 years ago, I was told to stand back. I was told to focus more on the business and leave the politics alone. And this came from some people that didn't want to see what happened to me happen to me again. The Couch Talk Conversation Show, y'all, is my way of keeping y'all informed. I was telling Rita the other day to Sean, and I already told you formulation, I had to put my phone on silent. I get calls all times of night. I had to do that to Sean to gain a peace of mind. You do what you can, Mr. Copeland, and what you can't, don't worry about it. I was walking down Woodburn, right? I think I went the wrong way. Because I was going to the Woodburn Youth Center. Some years ago, when I first got clean, we do H&I meetings, and they work with the youth, right? My brother used to work there as well. And I was walking, but I went that way. Well, I think I should have went that way, right? To come back around. And I was going to go in there and just do a little video, let them know what was what, but not of no children or nothing like that. Just do a little video of the services that they provide for the youth. It's like a Shepherd Pratt for the youth. I know a lot of people get paid. They got their doctorate degree, they certified, all this type of stuff to help people regain a life worth living. You know, I was getting ready to say, I hate that my heart is so involved, right? I try to separate my feelings and emotions when it comes to what I do. It's kind of hard when you want the best for the people, for the people. I was walking like I don't have a care in the world. You know, just talking with God. Like I don't want for nothing. I remember, and what I'm looking at the rushing of life, trying to be somewhere in a quick way. And that was during the hustling time. I have to watch the word for TikTok's sake. But I remember when we used to go get pounds of the grass. Pounds. I don't live like that no more. We don't live like that no more. I just thought about this, family. Flying to Florida, bringing back that powder. It wasn't me, but it was family on that part. But still, we distributed back in the streets. when you walk through certain neighborhoods and you see the destruction that you used to practice in there, some of them have been rebuilt back up, because that was years, went down, built up again. I just want, if you have a family member that's caught up, if you have a son or if you have a daughter, and when I say this, I'm talking about a young daughter, 13, 14, 15, and they running around, just giving themselves to any and everybody. It's a major inside issue. That's why when I'm on my Restream platform, we want to talk about people that's been great. We can talk about, excuse me, people that's being abused mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The whole goal is to work with you, to help you come up out of it by walking away. I already know when you really love and care for that person, it's hard to just walk away. I already know it. That's why I never tell somebody just leave. Because when you in it, it don't seem as bad as it really is. Because you in it. You just wanted to get better. I'm talking about with the fuss and the arguing, the fighting and all of that. You just wanted to stop. Or not all the time. But then you realize it probably won't never stop. And you know deep down in your heart, that person is a beautiful person inside. But it's just that the pain they dealing with, you can't fix it. You can't. So if you talk with me, my goal is to encourage you, to help you go in and gain the strength and muster up the courage to walk away and stay away. I know how that feels. Well, you got mustered up the courage. That's why the couch talk is not a joke. If you want to go on messy TikToks, toxic platforms, that's fine. Where they want to bash the men and the men bash the women. You want everybody around the world to see how black people mistreat black people, but we'll turn around and say the white man this and the white man that. And we're our worst enemies. Let me say this. If I did not learn to have a relationship back with me, I was still Mike. I was still Tashawn. I was still Norm. I was still Formula. Be stuck and running, escaping, being afraid to look in the mirror, hiding, from myself. I thank God. I don't have to run. I don't have to hide. Not today. I can tell my big bald head self, you need to make a dentist appointment, number one. But I can tell my big bald head self, you're a handsome dude. You're a nice looking man. You are a great dad. You was a great foster care provider. You was a great mentor. And guess what? Not realizing it, I'm still doing a little bit of that today. With the housing program, Keshawn, Norm, Wanda. Tell Wanda I need my damn laptop too. And you better not have sold my laptop, Wanda. I'm not playing. Let me see, I'm gonna call her. Ask about my laptop. I was eating the apple before I came up. I grabbed the apple real quick. See if she answered her phone. Ouch! Yep, I'm gonna get ready to end this, family. Alan Stern. That name, that's Mr. Alan Tishon. See if she answered her phone. And tell her, watch what you say. Come on. I ain't asked for the root. It's so dumb. But Baltimore City, I love my city. I love my city. I just want the best for us. I just want the best. And then I keep thinking about our kids too, because like I said, God have a tendency for a lot of people that's afraid to revisit, right? Is that a good word to say? Like your past. They memories. They memories. I had a picture of me. I don't know where that picture at, and I hope it pops up from somewhere. When I was about 3 years old, and I'm sitting on something, and my hands are like this. I could see my fingers. I mean, not my fingers; they wasn't there, but I could see. I was born like this. My brother and them used to tease me, right? Mainly Roy, talking about the rats bit my fingers off. And I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't hang my we ain't got no damn rats. But when I was if I hang my hand off the bed and we ain't got no damn rats, right? But the first thing will pop in my head, a rat going nibble. I could have swore a rat nibbled on my finger when I was younger. Y'all, I just thought about that. I ain't think about that in a long time. But stop. getting mad at my phone. I was thinking about ordering me now look, a tablet, right? I was thinking about ordering a tablet so when I'm out, I could actually film with it. I just want to make sure that I can do a live stream with it, but I might not. I might not because my phone been doing pretty good. But yeah, look, family. It's been almost an hour. No, an hour and a half. And the other day I missed y'all. What I did formulation. I walked from Argyle and Lock Raven all the way up to Woodburn. Look, yeah, because look. I walked all the way up to Woodburn. I was actually going to walk all the way up to Northern Parkway and Lock Raven. So as I went up, and I went through Woodburn, right? Because I was gonna stop at that at the youth center, but I realized I was over there where I was. Look, I was all the way up there where I used to live at near Parkville. I'm like, Steve. They prayed for me last night. Oh, I needed it. I didn't realize when Prophet Pastor went where he went and you went where you went. I knew right then and there that was God coming back down, speaking to me from y'all. Because I was walking formulation. I'm like, God, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. It's something there. You get me? We kind of know. We know family. But I'm like, you know how you want to try to figure it out. But God is not to be figured out. Whatever is there is just do it. Right? Because you can't figure them out. Because you might figure the wrong thing, be honest, trying to get ahead. I'm walking. I'm observing. And it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And I'm like, Steve, because my daughter right now, my 27-year-old, she has my truck, my Marta truck, right? Something wrong with her car. Matter of fact, how many cars she got at her place? Well, anyway, she loves my truck. And it's okay. Because there's some things that I have to do personally. Like renew my driver's license. And I'm for some reason, formulation, I'm all right. Whatever, I don't. It's like I don't really care to drive no more. Do that sound kind of weird? I drove the tractor trailer for 35 years. On and off. I know well over 25. Right? And if I need to go somewhere, my daughter will come and get me. My son get ready to get a Tesla. I said, you gonna let me drive it? He said, no, my car can drive itself. I mean, the car can drive itself. I can drive it. I can sit in it while I drive itself. I can't wait. All of them got cars. Right? But for some reason, I'm all right. And then I'm looking at the buses. I'm like, oh, I could have jumped on this bus and went. Formula, you better not say nothing. Formulation. Cause I walked. I was up there where I used to live at in Parkville. I was out there for 4 hours. I left about 3. I didn't get back home formulation till almost about 8 o'clock, I think. Yeah, it was almost 8. I walked and I walked and I walked and I walked. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And then I'm sitting on the bus stop like this, looking up at the sky, looking at the clouds, looking at this little teeny plane flying. Little teeny plane. I said, that's not the biggest all I'll do, but it looked that small. Stuff that you never really pay attention to when you driving. Went in Rural Farms, got me a Gatorade, right? I just wanted to make sure my sugar wouldn't on me. So I'm like, you better go grab something. Y'all might not understand. It's just that, whew. And then I went towards this park, right? It's like a little lake down there. Bricks that you can sit on as the waterfall and coming through like that. And I was getting ready to go down there, but I was looking for a path to get down. I wasn't going to try to create my own because I might have fell on down there. So I'm looking. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable going down. And then that one don't look, it's like, I know it's a path to getting down there. It's just getting down there. And I was going to go sit myself and film it. It was just one of those spots where you can just go, relax, listen as the water. And that's what I was going to do. I was going to go down there. But then I realized I might fall. I ain't wanted to tell y'all that. I might have fell and landed down there. I said, I don't know. I'm going to stay right here. But I'm going to tell y'all, what's up, Pastor? I'm going to tell y'all 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go down there. Because I want to know if people living under that bridge. And it was another park. If y'all look over there, I was at a park where actually we can do soccer, you can do lacrosse. They got a baseball field on the other side. And I went down that one, went under this little bridgeway that take you over to that park. I'm all in my head. Cause I'm like, boy, if you was back there doing what you was doing, this would be a good spot to bring somebody. Bang, 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 bang. Like Steve Stop. Y'all know I'm human, right? But I was looking at that. I was looking at this little area, right? I was like, now, mind you, to me, it would have been a romantic walk. Look at my pictures formulation with me with that waterfall. But it was kind of scary too. I'm up there laughing. I'm like, Steve, I hope and pray ain't nobody been bringing no bodies down here. Dumping bodies. But it was, to me, it was kind of spooky but nice. I'm like, I remember them days, like, come on, girl, let's walk through here. No, I want to go through the house. Come on, boo. Come on, we got your back. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. But I was by myself, formulation. What's up, Corey, baby? What's up, cuz? I'm telling y'all, I'm trying to explain this feeling the best way I can, family. Ain't not much, cuzzo. Get ready, let this go in a little bit. You always pop up, bro. Bro. What's going on? You better stop playing with me. Formulation, you better stop. You better not say nothing smart. You know, I've been thinking about dying this, right? I gotta tell on myself, formulation. I was thinking about dying this. Look, I was thinking about dying this, right? Just feeling it in. I'm like, no, Steve, no. Yeah, I was gonna let it feel in a little bit more, but I was thinking about dying it, right? Last time I died it, I was chasing. uh-uh, uh-uh. Hey, look. No. Remember, I told the addiction formulation. I was thinking about dying it. Look, I think I think my flesh trying to get into it, y'all. I think my flesh, like, boy, but you know if you're 64, you're 64, but you know if you died, you're gonna be 46. Pray for me, sis. I know you're gonna pray for me anyway. I ain't gotta worry about that. But you know what? I gotta say this again, Corey, since you came up. But I have to say this again, formulation. You are you are a powerful woman. Please keep doing what you're doing. You are a powerful woman. Let me do that again. You are a powerful woman of God. I had to put that in there. Um, when we got off the phone, only thing I could think of was your power and your strength. Thank you. I felt, because I know you had to hurry up, but it was the energy, the power, and the strength within you, the determination, the fight. And see, right now, what it's doing is taking me, family. When I tell y'all I'm a spiritual warrior for Christ, that's what I was feeling about you. The power, the energy. I said, that's I don't know if you still right there past the prophet. I don't know if you still right there. But when y'all started praying, that was God. 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 That was the Holy Spirit. And I'm sitting up here, family. You know how sometimes formulation you feel like you don't have like people that really understand where you at and stuff like that. And I'm talking about with the relationship with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, with the relationship with the body. You know, sometimes when you feel like you by yourself, right? Y'all showed me last night. I'm not by myself. I was looking at Elder Antmo, C Trey, you, Prophet, Pastor Prophet, Mike. Thank you, buddy. I'm just saying this because sometimes when you doing what you doing, I be feeling like I'm by myself. But God showed me last night, Queen, you ain't by yourself. I went and I took a shower. And I took a shower because I wasn't stinking. I just took a shower because I took a long walk. Formulation. Since you said something smart. And then too, I had put my cologne on. she gonna sit up there and mess with me last night. Yeah, cause you put my cologne on. Wait a minute. Don't come up here messing with me.
You got me over here laughing.
I know. I feel it. But look, this what I was getting ready to get to. After I got out the shower last night, I had ordered me one of them foot massages, the bubble bath water massage thing. After I got out the shower and hooked up, I hooked my machine. You know what I said? I hooked my machine up, put my feet in there. I'm like, yeah.
There you go.
I'm telling you.
Huh?
I said, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm. You needed that. Like relaxation. We all need to relax. We need that time.
Right.
Right. Because you're walking, it was relaxation, but it was also building that relationship with God. You walk and talk with God, right? And then you're keeping your vessel healthy. So you are multitasking all those things at the same time. And it's all for your good. And it's all in the building of yourself.
And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I know it. I know it. I know it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. And not just that, it's some work, real simple. Mm-hmm. It's work right here that I know he want us to do. Mm-hmm. I'm not questioning it. It's just trying to be patient, taking the time. Now, this is what I said on Thursday. This is what I'm gonna start doing. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start talking about hiding from myself. And the reason why, somebody keep telling me I need to write a book. Mm-hmm. So it just popped in my head, hiding from myself. No more hiding from myself, right? And then you go into basically everything I talked about, sharing life experiences, how you know, and because the guy that I met today, this guy got 15 books.
Oh wow!
He put out, and he even wrote a book to tell you how to publish your own stuff.
Oh, okay.
Step by step. I said, give it here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anything where you can learn, I love that. Just knowledge is power. So take every bit of knowledge that you can while you're still here, and ensure that all your children, grandchildren, and those around you that you care for, they gain that knowledge so that they can also have the same opportunities and blessings.
I want to read something to you. Formulation. My cousin said, that's crazy. She said that because before DMX died, he said his vessel was tired. And I knew that cousin. I knew he was tired. And when I look at some of his stuff, I watched him get clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how long he stayed clean, but I did try to reach out to him, Corey, just to have try to keep encouraging him to stay on the path, right? But when they put out stuff, it's normally somebody that's running their pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to reach out to him, but I knew he was tired. And to be honest with you, I know that's why God took him. Cause he was tired. He was battling a lot. And every time I see one of his videos on either Facebook or people putting stuff back out about him, just starting out, I'll comment on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even when his wife had made a statement, she was going to the car.
Mm-hmm.
I know you was there, Corey. Corey said I was there, fam. I know. I watched him, bro. I watched him, and until I listened to his stuff, but I never really paid attention to him until I was looking at Slim Pinky, right? His uncle Pinky. And I think Pinky must be his father's brother, right? Slim. So he was in the hospital. And so happened DMX was right there in the hospital. I said, is that DMX beside you? Well, he said, yeah, that's my nephew. I was like, wow. And I'm talking about Slim, Corey. So if I'm not mistaken, somebody was telling me that they know, I think they said they familiar with his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking, I'm on both screens, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, somebody was talking about they know her, something like that. But every time I see her, I be thinking that's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
and Corey, every time I see how many kids do he have by her? Because I know all together he got about what, 14, 15 kids?
I think she got 7.
Yeah, because
she got. Yeah.
Let me see. I'm 33 years clean.
33?
No. I'm 33 years clean. His daughter in Baltimore City is round about 30. My cousin said too many. His daughter in Baltimore City, I know she every bit of probably 30. I don't think, well, I got 33 years, so I don't think she old that. She might be somewhere around that line. And remember I sent you the picture, Corey? Do you still got the picture of his daughter, or I sent it over to somebody's page? I think it was your page. Of his daughter and her 2 kids.
All right, Steve, we got to get the Bible study. All right. I got to get the Bible study.
All right, Queen. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. I see you in a little bit.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thanks, Queen. Yeah, now, Corey, but look, I'm still, when that time come, right, I still feel like God got some work for us, too. Because where I'm at with a lot of stuff. You already know. And I'm going to tell you, from what I spoke to you about, I am going to need support, financial support. But I need to look. I know it's coming, man. I'm Corey. I know God is lining everything up, and I know He is. I'm just continue doing what I'm doing as a Copeland. And I'm gonna tell you this, Corey, because me and you talk. It's so many Copelands, so many Copelands on my Facebook page now. It's like every time I go on Facebook, I'm running across Copelands. I said I have never, because I'm talking about I can only look at my what's up, truth. I can only look at my family, right, and the ones I grew up with, and I'm like, I never knew it was this many Copelands out there like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all Copeland something right now. I want our name to be, look, we got an awesome name, business-wise. I'm telling y'all, the Copelands, business. I'm happy, Corey. I'm like, wow. For some of the people we read up on with the businesses and stuff like that, the name as a whole. So I was asked, and I know we can build something. Me and my sister got business. I got you already. I mean, in my spirit, I kind of see it though. I'm getting ready to say this because I was asked to run. Would I run for council seat? Not on the Republican ticket, not on the Democratic ticket. They trying to bring people together. Because y'all know there are other parties out there, political parties. It's just that the Republican Party and the Democratic Party is the strongest. But there is other parties out there, political parties. That's what I'm looking at, Corey. I said I'm going to go ahead and run. So I want to promote more with the Copelands. I want us to come together. Not only that, Corey, they asked me to join their team so that we can fight for reparation. So I've been reading a little bit up more about reparation. Now, because I'm going to get ready to end this at 8 o'clock. But now look, some of them are getting reparation in the form, like one city, I'm trying to make sure I say it right, they gave them about $25,000 towards reparation. Now, I probably could pull it up on my other phone, right? But now, I'm going to just share this. Corey. Listen, family. The goal is with me is to start rehabbing and revitalizing houses in Baltimore City. So, yes, I'm looking for investors. I'm looking for philanthropists so that we can start redeveloping or developing houses, right? Communities. That's the goal. When I talk with Keith, now mind you, listen to what I said. I'm looking for investors. I'm looking for philanthropists to invest their money in the rebuilding. So Keith was telling me, right? All right, yeah. But look. That'll be a start. Because look, this is where I'm getting ready to go. Keith Scott said, no, Steve, because we fight for the reparation. The money that the government give us will pay for their places. I said, all right, I got you. So it's ways we can get money for our own people. So that's why, Corey, I said I'm going to start reading up more on reparation, because they do have programs out there. And it hit me. It's basically the government programs. Because that's where the money going to come from to pay for the houses. And it'll be the people houses, not the government's. That's your 40 acres and a mule. I was reading up on that too. And yeah, it's other people, right, that got reparation. Remember they talked about that. So I looked it up to see why. And they doing it in different ways, Courtney. I mean, I'm sorry, Corey. With government programs. That's how they put money back into certain areas. Even for helping them with businesses. A lot of people, and I'm telling y'all, this is what it was talking about. Now, Corey. All right, Corey. I just want to say this before you go, because keep this in mind. Everything, Corey, I say out my mouth as a community activist, as a community outreach coordinator. Listen to what I'm saying. Community, serving the people. We already doing it. I'm already doing it. So I'm not going to sit up here and promise y'all stuff that's not being done. It's being done. But now, mind you, it's not just me. It's other organizations and other people. That's how we get stuff done. So I said, you know what? I said, I don't have no problem. I'll run. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm in the 7th district. That's where I grew up at. So I've been building up. That's what strengthening the community is all about. So I wouldn't be one of them ones that just tell y'all I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this if I get it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Now the difference once I get in, now it's convincing them, the lawmakers, because I won't be able to do my business side of it like I'm doing now, because it'll be politics now. So the goal is, when they start creating certain bills, or however you want to put it, legislations, all that, if it's going to hurt the people, y'all know it's going to be an argument. If it's going to help the people, y'all know it's going to be an argument. But my goal is everything that I'm doing. Now, the good part, because I'm connected the way I am, keep in mind, I'm already connected with people that's doing the work. It's just working with the politicians now. So, Keith, Scott, I'm waiting on y'all. Newsom, I know you part of the team too. I'm waiting on y'all. I went around to the restaurant. So when y'all ready to meet, we can meet at the restaurant. So I'm going to get ready to end this, family. I love y'all, Baltimore City. I want the best for Baltimore City. And when you get out there and you do this, run off at your mouth the way I do, it's not the people. Keep in mind, it's not the people. I want y'all to know, whenever this big bald-headed black dude open up his mouth, I'm representing the people. Mainly your less fortunate population that needs that assistance the most. And I believe this is what God is preparing my energy level for me to start back out in the streets, Mike. Because my thing is, I want to look. You see what I'm sitting in, right? You see what I'm sitting in. You see where I'm at. I just want to sit back, cross my legs, and relax. And that's where my spirit is at. That's where my heart is at. When I say just sit back and relax, because it's to stay away from a lot of the chaos and confusion, but working on the solutions. I got you, cuz. Come on. I know you there. And I'm gonna tell y'all, as a Copeland, I don't know if we ever had somebody that might have ran for politics or was there or not. But I'm like, okay, God. The Copeland's got a lot of daggone stuff going. I gotta look it up, Corey, but I think it's in Florida. They got bologna, hot dogs, and all of that packaged like as Escamillos, Copeland's hot dogs, bologna, and all that. I read that up years and years ago. So now you know I want to get that name out there in another way now. I want to get that Copeland name out there in another way as a fighter, as a warrior for the people. I love y'all, Baltimore City. And I'm getting ready to end this so I can make my little clips. And Corey, I'm looking for you to I'm looking for that call. Call me about 3, because I'm gonna make sure my old butt make my way around to the church. I'll be watching my pastor from here. But I need to get I need to show my face. All right, cuz. Love you, bro. I'm gonna get ready to end this one and get ready to end my TikTok one as well. Love y'all, Baltimore City.